Welcome to Vietnam Nomad Festival. I'm so happy to be here with all of you in this moment. I'm nervous. This is the first time on stage, like in front of all of you like this. Feels incredible, really. I'm very grateful for this moment. And Michelle was just talking about presence. I really want to just be present here with all of you for this next 25 minutes. And we're going to dive into mind management, as Jeremy was talking about. I'm a self-mastery coach. And the way that I look at self-mastery is understanding how you be with yourself. And this is a really hard thing. Who here is on this personal growth, self-exploration, self-development journey? Hey, raise your hands. Almost the whole room. I really like that. That's really amazing. So, now, as digital nomads, though, we actually have a lot of trouble when it comes to how you can be successful. So I want to ask you a question. Do you like good things happening to you? Yeah? Okay, do you dislike when bad things happen to you? Makes sense, right? That's pretty common. We all have these things we like and we don't like. So how do you navigate the balances of digital nomad entrepreneurship, having a life that is absolutely extraordinary? The way that I like to think about this is just ask myself a simple question. How often do things actually go my way? So raise your hands here. Maybe you just can shout out some percentages. How often do things go your way? 80%. 90? 50, 50? What was this one? 85? 99. Wow, this guy must be God. Any over here? 80%. You guys are really high up there. I really recommend your ambition, but in reality, I've looked over a lot of different niches, industries, and perspectives of goals, ambitions, and research says only 34% of the time, 34% of the time, you're actually going to win. Isn't that low? Who thinks that's low? Who thinks that's high? Okay, who thinks it's low? Raise your hand. Okay. I'm measuring this based on a bunch of different industries. You know, if you are going to get that girlfriend, that boyfriend, if you're going to get that job, if you're going to succeed in making sales, a variety of different things. Even when you want to go to the gym and get the right body that you want to get in. All these different areas of life. We have to recognize that only 34% of the time that actually will happen. So what does that mean? It means 66% of the time you're going to fail. Who likes failure? Yeah? Okay, not that many people. I thought you guys were all on a personal growth journey. Come on, you know what failure means, right? We learn from our failures. If you guys are on this path, you recognize that we learn from our failures. And so what do you need to do? You need to make adjustments. You need to have resilience. You need to adapt. You need to have discipline. You need to lock in. Remember that? Who has heard that? Lock in. Or hustle. So what this means is mindset matters. Really does. This is why success determines, the only thing that is like your success is determined by is you. It's always you versus you. No one else. We'll talk about this. So, as you can see here, this used to be me. My first business, I was a complete drug addict. I was spending $100 a week on weed. Yeah, it was tough, really tough, guys. And this was one of my first businesses when I was first doing sales in a company, and I was a manager. It was my own business, but it was a really hard time for me because I had all these ideas about what I wanted to do, how I wanted to feel, what I wanted in life, and I just was so unsatisfied. Even though I was making really good money. I was actually making really good money for my age at that time. And now, today, this is me. I host retreats. I'm a self-mastery coach. Retreats in mind, body, soul. I need to be specific, Michelle. And yeah, this is what I want to share with you guys today. I want to share with you the actual steps that I took to go from this person to this person. And it's only 3 things. These 3 things changed my absolute life. And I want you to understand this in the simplest way possible. So that's what I've been breaking it down to. The first thing that we're going to look at is external control. So when we're talking about external control, we're talking about the external circumstances in the world. There's a lot of different things that go on when you're a digital nomad. And I want to share a story with you guys. So I'm in a house right now that I have a bunch of amazing roommates. And one of my roommates just got into digital entrepreneurship. He was just becoming a digital nomad. And what happened is he's sitting there on his computer, and I'm sitting there across the table from him, and all of a sudden he goes, "Fuck!" Just he's lit on his computer, he says, "Fuck!" And then he just screams at his computer. Who's screamed at their computer before? Yeah? It happens a lot, right? But the really empathetical part of me came out when he started crying. And I was shocked. I was like, why? What is going on? But I realized, like, this is fucking hard. All this stuff that goes on, sometimes you can't control it. You put so much work in. This guy in the back, he's like thinking about how you can make friends and also build your business at the same time. Like, this is hard, guys. You guys are so amazing just by taking this risk, traveling the world. It's insanely hard, but what does that mean? You have to not let emotions dictate your actions or the way that you're going to be. So this means we have to understand, this is a really good reminder for those of you who are in this self-mastery journey or in this self-development journey, is that we take action or we don't act based on feeling. It's a cycle. It starts from thought to feeling to action. Simple as that. But how often do we make decisions on our emotions? Pretty often, I would say so. Myself, wow, so much. But that's why this is the practice that we must take. We must be able to navigate our emotions to be able to make the proper decisions. And so that means, what happens when nobody is buying from you? You feel like a failure. What happens when the girl or the guy you want to go out with just rejects you? What happens when your content flops? You question your entire strategy. What happens when you all of a sudden get a refund? Oh, you're not cut out for this, right? No. You got to keep going. But here, this is what we have to understand. I want to give you some tools to actually truly get to navigate this. So, who here likes an ice bath? You guys like ice baths? Wow. All right, so I'm going to host an ice bath side event. You can watch out for that. So I did an ice bath this morning. I've been doing ice baths for nearly 45 days, 50 days in a row right now. Right about 5 degrees, 10 degrees. It's amazing. What I like about it is that the ice actually tries to make decisions for you. It tries to tell you, no, you can't do this. You can't be in here. Get out. Just like how your boss would be if you had a boss. Maybe some of you have a boss. Maybe some of you just think that someone else is trying to do something. You let the world make decisions for you. If it's good weather, if it's sunny out, does that mean you're going to be in a good mood most of the time? What about when it's rainy? Are you going to stay inside? You can't let that dictate how you're going to take action. So it's apart from you. And what I want you to start to recognize is that you don't view your body in the ice bath as yours anymore. It's becoming not part of you. And so what does that mean? You observe, because the external is always going to test you. You don't let it control you. Who's heard of Vipassana? Wow. This is a really amazing practice. It's a 10-day meditation course where you just sit for 100 hours and meditate throughout the 10 days. It's really intense. And so what they're practicing in this is to know that when circumstances, when these experiences in your body, these sensations in your body are all of a sudden hurting, or maybe there's some warmth, maybe there's some moisture on your skin, whatever it is, that you don't all of a sudden itch it, or you don't move. And this is a really important thing to understand. You can't react. So this is what we have to develop, is equanimity. Equanimity is an amazing word that I love, and it's all about self-mastery, where you don't have this attraction between the good and the bad, or the removal or the aversion of good and the bad. So more like the aversion of bad and then the craving of good. This is different the way that I had it in on my control. Anyways, guys, this is a perfect explanation of how when things don't go your way, you just don't respond. You don't react to it. Oh, damn it, what are you doing? The only thing you can control is your perception and your actions. It's the only thing you can control. The way you view the world. All of us have our own little glasses on, the way that we look at everything. And your actions. So everything else is outside your control. If you have a bow and arrow, you shoot the bow and arrow, try to hit the target. There could be wind, there could be a gust, there could be a bird that flies by and you hit the bird out of randomness. You have to recognize that it's not always in your control. You need certainty in yourself, not certainty in the world. Let's talk to the next one, detachment. So, who's heard of Alex Hormozy? Yeah. Come on now, you guys. I really want to show you something about the game of many-sided dice, as he likes to call it. This is a little bit of we're going to talk about detachment. In detachment, what I want to recognize is detachment inside of the timeline, because most of us here, we're really wanting things to go our way at the right time. So when he's talking about it, we're going to play a little game. I'm going to be the person that has the 20-sided die. You're going to be the person that has the 200-sided die. And what we're going to look at is one dice has 200 sides. One has 20. They both have one green side to it, and the rest is red. So what does that mean? We're going to start rolling. One of us rolls, we roll, okay. Now, over a course of the time, one of us is going to get a green eventually. Most likely me, because I have the dice that is 20 sides. But the thing is, we don't know. You and I, we don't know who has that dice. It's a game of randomness. So, yeah, we got to keep rolling. That's the whole thing, guys. You never know when things are going to go your way or not going to go your way, and you have to always keep rolling. The game's rigged in your favor if you keep playing. So this is a practice that I like to create. It's called non-negotiables. This is what I've created for my ice baths, my morning routines, my meditation, my practices. When you have non-negotiables, all of a sudden you create your life. No matter if things are happening, that's good. No matter when things are bad, you're always committing to it. Always. So these are other things that you must detach from, not only from the timeline, but from your productivity, from social media, from hustle culture, from how much money you make, from perfectionism. Who's a perfectionist here? Yeah, I'm a huge perfectionist, guys. Detach from those business highs and lows as well. So much requires detachment, so much of it. The third part is integrity. So how do you show up when things don't go your way? So, oh my gosh, this is crazy, isn't it? Basically, remember that photo I showed you? Back in the time when I was in that business, my gosh, guys, I had a whole year of not making money. A whole year. And so when I first started my business, I was way up here. This is called the emotional cycle of change, and it's a very, very, very powerful tool. You recognize all the highs, and then you eventually get to this point where everything is so bad. It sucks. It's hard. And this is where the 1% lies on if they keep going. You can get caught up in a loop of FOMO and just keep going around and around and around. Oh, the next thing, oh, the shiny object. Oh, my gosh. And this is where we can get trapped. But you have to recognize that this valley of despair is where the real test happens. And I don't want to see how good you are when you're here. This doesn't matter. I want to see how you act when you're here. This is what matters. The low, low, lows. Exactly. Don't show me how you are when everything is easy. Show me how you move when everything is hard. So I want to give you a practice. Just go 80%. And instead of trying to go 100% all the time, try to be 100%, 100%. And how often does that happen? Come on, be realistic. It doesn't happen that much. So go 80% consistently. Consistently. Done is way better than perfect. You must choose action. So this is another way to balance this and create this. When you have a lot of things not going your way, and when I was at that time where I wasn't making money in my business for a full year, the way that I was doing it was I was trying to build confidence and build more resentment in me, or I was trying to build more power and confidence in me. So I have to develop that muscle. I can play pool, I can do backflips, I can do anything I want. I have to train that energy. I want you guys to shift from being someone who is trying. I want you to stop thinking that. It's not trying anymore. You're just doing. You're in it for the long game. So I challenge you. Wow. Guys, I swear I did not make this presentation like this. Anyways, so I challenge you for this next 2 weeks to track all of your triggers. This is what I find that's a really amazing tool, and I will actually give you a whole worksheet for this at the end. You can scan the QR code. And this is a trigger mechanism where you can track your doubt when you're triggered from doubt, disappointment, frustration, overwhelm, fear. It's amazing. So it's always you versus you. Just remember that, guys. It's not the world, but it's you. Thank you.
That appreciation for Sam wasn't perfect, but it's an appreciation. Let's hear it again for Sam.
Yes. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Oops.
Go ahead, David.
You told me. Threw me under the...
David's going to have his microphone now.
The question that I have is, when you reached that point that you showed us on the curve where you hit the bottom,
Yeah, Valley of Despair.
what was the catalyst that changed your trajectory?
The non-negotiables and the win stack. I kept being consistent on all the things that I did not want to negotiate on, if it's the stuff for my well-being, if it's the stuff for my business, and then also making sure that I just show up and win as much as I can. Despite having wins in the business, I'm having wins in my own ways. With my body, with the way that I work out, with the way that I meet people. I can create wins in a variety of ways. And so you have to build that confidence to keep moving, and it'll translate into other areas of your life as well.
Thank you. One more question.
Go ahead. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's 2 questions. Okay, go ahead, Yassi.
Cool. So based on everything that you're talking about, which is super wonderful, by the way, for sharing everything, because I know this is like actual life experience for you, so it's like in action. Currently right now, even with yourself, with all your knowledge and everything that you're sharing with us that we can use, like what's something that you're currently like really struggling with and like figuring out how to manage that?
That's a really good question. I'm going to be vulnerable with you guys. It's still been about making money for me. I've been struggling to support myself in finances for a really, really long time. And that's been something that I saved up for a really long time, but now I've just had to find ways to make ends meet and still practicing the things that I can every single day to be really showing up the way that I want to, and show up for all of you as well. Thank you. Please connect with me after. Oh, I'm still up. Okay, thank you, Jeremy.
Hold on. Quick selfie. Get up here.
Selfie. Cheers!
One more.
Jeremy.
Cheers. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah!
That was good. All right. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you. I also did the ice bath this morning as well, the same ice bath.
Yeah, he did.